was a raven from King's Landing. Jon Arryn is dead. The king rides for Winterfell with the queen and all the rest of them.
The queen has two brothers.
There's the pretty one, and there's the clever one.
I would name you the Hand of the King. We were meant to rule together. I have a son, you have a daughter. We'll join our houses.
The boy I beheaded was talking madness. Said the others slaughtered his friends. Wildling ambush. Maybe.
You're Tyrion Lannister.
You're Ned Stark's bastard, aren't you? Let me give you some advice, bastard. Never forget what you are, and it can never be used to hurt you.
It's a direwolf.
There are no direwolves south of the wall. Now there are 5. One for each of the Stark children.
What about you?
I'm not a Stark. That one's yours, Snow.
May I present Viserys of House Targaryen, the rightful king of the Andals, and his sister, Daenerys.
I don't want to be his queen. I want to go home.
We go home with an army, with Khal Drogo's army.
From your sister.
She says Jon Arryn was murdered by the Lannisters. She says the king is in danger.
What if Jon Arryn told someone?
Whatever Jon Arryn knew died with him. Things I do for love.
Still not far from Pentos, your grace. You'd be more comfortable there.
I have no interest in hospitality or comfort. I'll stay with Drogo until he fulfills his end of the bargain and I have my crown.
I have something for you. First lesson. Sticking with the pointy end.
17 years ago, you rode off with Robert Baratheon. And now you're leaving again.
I have no choice. There's great honor serving in the Night's Watch. The Starks have manned the wall for thousands of years. And you are a Stark.
Daenerys Targaryen has wed some Dothraki horse lord. What of it?
Told me we're not speaking of this. I'll kill every Targaryen I get my hands on.
Rapers. Not impressed by your new brothers? Lovely thing about the Watch. You discard your old family and get a whole new one.
Welcome.
I don't think Bran fell from that tower. I think he was thrown.
No!
Someone tried to kill him twice. I would stake my life the Lannisters are involved.
Lord Stark must be told of this.
I will go myself.
What is the meaning of this?
Joff told us what happened. You and that boy beat him with clubs while you set your wolf on him.
That's not what happened!
We found no trace of the direwolf, your grace.
We have another wolf.
As you will.
He doesn't mean Lady, does he? Lady didn't fight anyone, she's good! Tell them all to stop.
For how long?
Until I command them otherwise.
You're learning to talk like a queen.
Not a queen. A Khaleesi.
Lord Snow here grew up in a castle, spitting down on the likes of you.
Everybody knew what this place was. And no one told me. No one but you.
The Khaleesi have baby inside her. It is true. Her belly starts to swell.
I need to ride to Quahog.
What did Aerys Targaryen say when you stabbed him in the back?
He said the same thing you've been saying for hours. Burn them all.
My brother instructs us to stage a tournament in honor of Lord Stark's appointment as Hand of the King.
This tournament is an extravagance we cannot afford.
I'm leaving this morning. My job is out there.
I won't let you down.
You're not going. Here, the man gets what he earns, when he earns it.
I don't take orders from savages or their sluts.
I don't want my brother harmed.
What? Kill these Dothraki dogs!
We've come to a dangerous place. We must protect ourselves.
We allow the Northerns too much power.
A good king knows when to save his strength and when to destroy his enemies.
So you agree? Starks are enemies.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Do you know whose dagger this is?
I do. Tyrion Lannister. The imp.
Very handsome armor. Not a scratch on it.
People have been swinging at me for years. They always seem to miss.
You've chosen your opponents wisely, then.
Why didn't you get up and fight?
I'm a coward. My father always says so.
God, who's that?
They call him the Mountain, the Hound's older brother.
And his opponent?
Sir Hugh of the Vale.
The lineages
The great houses of the Seven Kingdoms.
Did John Arryn tell you what he wanted with it?
He did not, my lord. There was one phrase he kept repeating. The seed is strong.
You might want to visit a certain armourer in the city. My observers saw Lord Arryn visit this armourer.
Find anything?
King Robert's bastard son.
Sam's no different from the rest of us. There was no place for him in the world, so he's come here. He's our brother now, and we're going to protect him.
And now you've woken the dragon.
I am the wife of the great Carl, and I carry his son inside me. The next time you raise a hand to me will be the last time you have hands.
What is it you hope to accomplish?
The king called on me to serve him.
You're just a soldier, aren't you?
I was also trained to kill my enemies.
As was I.
This man came into my house and conspired to murder my son. In the name of King Robert, seize him.
We're going to the Vale. You're taking me to your sister's. Tell me, Lady Stark, when was the last time you saw your sister?
John was a man of peace. He was hand for 17 years. Why kill him?
He started asking questions.
Do you want to see Viserys sitting on the Iron Throne?
No. My brother couldn't lead an army even if my husband gave him one. He'll never take us home.
The whore is pregnant. She dies.
I will have no part in it.
You will do as I command, or I'll find me a hand who will.
You bring him here. You pollute my home with his presence.
Is that the bad man?
He killed your father. He murdered the hand of the king.
This man is my prisoner. I will not have him harmed.
My sister's guest is weary. Take him down below so he can rest.
That's all the realm is now. Backstabbing and scheming and money grubbing. I don't know what holds it together.
Our marriage.
I'll take you to see the last person John Arryn spoke with before falling ill.
She has his nose, his black hair.
King Robert's bastards. John Arryn tracked them all down. Why?
He was the king's hand. Perhaps Robert was overcome with fatherly love. I'm looking for my brother.
He was taken at my command.
Take him alive. Kill his men. My brother, Lord Stark. We want him back.
He's attacked one of my brothers and abducted the other.
Tell your wife to return that little shit of an imp to King's Landing.
What about Jaime Lannister?
I'm half a kingdom in debt to his bloody father. We'll talk when I return from the hunt.
The hunt?
You'll have to sit on the throne while I'm away.
You are accused of hiring a man to slay my son, Bran, in his bed.
I demand a trial by combat.
You have that right.
Do I have a volunteer?
I'll stand for the dwarf.
Grand Maester Pycelle, send a raven to Casterly Rock. Inform Tywin Lannister that he has been summoned to court to answer for the crimes of Gregor Clegane, or be branded an enemy of the crown and a traitor to the realm.
I'm sending you both back to Winterfell.
What? I'm supposed to marry Prince Joffrey. He'll be the greatest king that ever was, a golden lion, and I'll give him sons with beautiful blonde hair.
Lord Orys Baratheon, black of hair. Axel Baratheon, black of hair. Robert Baratheon, black of hair. Joffrey Baratheon, golden head.
I want what I came for. I want the crown he promised me.
No! Danny, please!
Crown for king.
Fire cannot kill a dragon.
I'm giving you half of our forces. We'll bring the cattle in Stark's girlhood home and remind her that Lannisters pay their debts.
Do you love your children?
With all my heart.
No more than I love mine.
And they're all Jaime's.
Jamie and I are more than brother and sister. We belong together.
When the king returns from his hunt, I'll tell him the truth. You must be gone by then.
He's no rider. That's my Uncle Benjamin's horse. Where's my uncle? What's he got there?
To me, Ghost.
God's be good. Ned! It's Robert. We were hunting a bull.
Give it to the council after I'm dead.
He named you protector of the realm. She won't care. Give me an hour and I can put 100 swords at your command. Every moment you delay gives Cersei another moment to prepare.
I will not dishonor Robert's last hours by shedding blood in his halls.
King Robert still wants me dead.
His poison was the first, he won't be the last.
Ishvina sajahish seres. Jin ador chikate. Anavajakman reshi sandachre.
King Joffrey and the Queen Regent request your presence in the throne room.
King Joffrey?
King Robert is gone.
Bend the knee and swear loyalty to my son.
Your son has no claim to the throne.
Kill him! Kill all of them, I command it!
I did warn you not to trust me.
Arya Stark, come with us. Your father wants to see you.
My father wouldn't send you.
Go. Been dead a while, I'd say.
If they'd been dead for a long time, wouldn't they be rot?
We should burn them.
I want Maester Aemon to examine them first.
You are the daughter of a traitor. How can I allow you to marry my son?
She should be given a chance to prove her loyalty.
If you would help your father, urge your brother to come to King's Landing and swear his fealty to Joffrey.
His Grace summons me to King's Landing. I'll go to King's Landing. But not alone. Call the banners.
No!
It is said that the men of the mountain clans are great warriors. Ride with me against my enemies, and you shall have all my son promised you and more.
Only if the half-man fights with us.
His wound must be washed and sewn, or it will fester.
Maigi.
I'm giving you half of our forces, 30,000 men.
We need to break Jaime Lannister's siege of River Run.
The scouts report Lord Tywin moves north.
Do we move against Jaime or Lord Tywin?
To do either, we need to cross the river. Lord Frey controls that bridge. Your father's bannerman.
Some men take their oaths more seriously than others.
I ask mercy for my father. Please.
Your father has to confess and say that I'm the king, or there'll be no mercy for him.
Tell me, what do you want?
I want you to serve the realm. Tell your son to lay down his sword and proclaim Joffrey as the true heir.
You think my life is some precious thing to me?
What of your daughter's life, my lord? Is that a precious thing to you?
Is your brother Rob? He's heading south to war. I may be a bastard, but he is my father and Rob is my brother.
I will not tell you to stay or go. You must make that choice yourself.
He will die tonight, Khaleesi.
Medri voi, me vossi.
Anna vos, Anha koi zarvossi.
Eja vorsi, rivi.
When the battle commences, you and your wildlings will be in the vanguard.
The tribesmen on the front lines.
It's only their ways to have me killed that would be less detrimental to the war effort.
You must save him.
There is a spell. There is a price. Only death pays for life.
The witch, she can bring baby. I hear her say so.
You're wounded.
I hear we won.
There were 2,000 Stark bannermen, not 20.
Did we get the Stark boy at least?
He wasn't here.
Where was he?
With his other 18,000 men.
By the time they knew what was happening, it had already happened.
Kill him, Rob.
He's more used to us alive than dead.
Give me my daughters back. Give me my husband.
I come before you to confess my treason. Joffrey Baratheon is the one true heir to the Iron Throne.
My mother wishes me to let Lord Eddard join the Night's Watch, and my Lady Sansa has begged mercy for her father. But they've the soft hearts of women. So long as I am your king, treason shall never go unpunished. Bring me his head. I want to show you something. This one's your father.
No, please, no! Please, let me go home. I won't do any treason, I swear.
Mother says I'm still to marry you, so you'll stay here.
It had 3 eyes. Told me to come with him. We went down into the crypt, and my father was there. What are you doing down here? I came to see father.
You look lovely tonight, Lady Stark. Widowhood becomes you. You should get some sleep. It's going to be a long war.
They have my son. You will go to King's Landing.
And do what?
You will serve as Hand of the King in my stead.
Why me?
You're my son.
There sits the only king I mean to bend my knee to. The King of the North! The King of the North! The King of the North!
My son, where is he?
The boy did not live.
I warned you that only death can pay for life.
Where is Khal Drogo? Show me what I bought with my son's life.
What's your name?
Harry.
Harry the orphan boy. No one asks an orphan too many questions. It's 1,000 leagues from here to the wall, and winter is coming.
Do you think your brother's war is more important than ours?
No.
Good, because I want you and your wolf with us when we ride out beyond the wall tomorrow.
The Night's Watch will ride in force against the Wildlings, the White Walkers, and whatever else is out there.
Drogo will have no use for dragon eggs in the Nightlands. Sell them.
They were not given to me to sell.
Blood of my blood.
Marcella is my only daughter. Do you really think I'll let you sell her like a common whore?
Dawn is the safest place for her. You cannot stop it.
No, wait, it wasn't
You can't avenge him if you're dead.
On behalf of the Warlocks of Karth, I welcome you. It would be an honor to host you at the House of the Undying, Mother of Dragons.
Stannis would be here in an hour. Renly's bannermen would flock to him.
Calling yourself king doesn't make you one. And if Renly wasn't a king, I wasn't a queen.
Do you want to be a queen?
I want to be the queen.
There, on that mountain. We need to get rid of those lookouts. I need to move fast and silent.
Lord Commander, I'd like to join Lord Corrin.
Aye.
You're going to kill Joffrey?
The gods give me strength.
And then what?
First we have to win the war. You never told me where you're from.
Valantis. You're one of them now. I should have let you burn.
You saved me and the two I was with. You stole 3 deaths from the Red God. Speak 3 names.
I can name anyone, and you'll kill him.
A man has said.
The one who tortures everyone. They call him the Tickler.
Stony Shore's not far from Torrance Square.
More impressive prize than a few fishermen's daughters.
As soon as Winterfell got word that we'd taken Torrance Square, the Starks would send their men to take it back. Take me to my ship.
Lord Stark, Torrance Square is under siege.
Torrance Square is barely 40 leagues from here.
Go, Sir Roderick. Take the men you need.
What did you see in your dream?
The sea came to Winterfell. Drowned men were floating in the yard. Sir Roderick was one of them.
From this time until the end of time, we are the free and independent kingdom of the North. Give the Starks our reply, cousin.
I will, Your Grace.
Did you see my brother when you were the Starks' guest?
I did.
Tell him he has not been forgotten.
I'll do it. Come, brothers. Leave him to it.
Be quick about it.
I've yielded Winterfell to Prince Theon. All of you should do as he commands.
Betray me, and you will wish you hadn't. Go hail the king! Get back!
All right now, little bird, you're all right.
Your brothers desert, yeah?
We'll stop here.
Think they're out looking for you.
Yes.
What might this be?
Amory Lodge, now!
Men will do what must be done.
Guard!
I have something for you from Prince Theon.
When I came to this city, I had nothing. Today, I am the richest man in Karth, with no regrets.
Where are they? Where are my dragons?
Maester Lewin, send a raven to Pike informing my father of my victory here, and one to Deepwood Mock to my sister. Inform her that she's to bring 500 men to Winterfell.
When we sail for King's Landing? As soon as I've consolidated my troops, then you lead the fleet into Blackwater Bay.
The fist of the First Men! Thousands of years ago, the First Men stood here.
They came here to get away from something, and I don't think it worked.
Do you really think I'll let you ship Marcella off to Dawn?
Dawn is the safest place for her.
I want you to know what it's like to love someone, to truly love someone.
before I take her from you.
You let a half-wit escape with a cripple. And Rickon too, the little one.
Gone. Along with a wildling woman.
Wait, I know that farm. They'll give us some food. We can't risk it.
I've been treating your wounded men. I've already run through the supplies I brought with me. You're riding to the crag to negotiate a surrender.
Come with me to the crag. Let the maester show you his stores.
Should have took me while you had the chance.
They want your head.
Old Lord Karstark doesn't seem to like me.
You strangled his son with your chains.
He was in my way.
You are a man without honor. Brienne, your sword.
You have my dragons.
I will take you to the House of the Undying, where I have put them. Your dragons wait for you in the House of the Undying.
I told you what would happen if you served me loyally, and what would happen if you did not.
What have you done?
You still question whether your new lord means what he says.
The substance burns so hot, it melts wood, stone, even steel. And, of course, flesh.
If I could tell you how many crazy old men I've seen making grand claims about jars full of pig shit.
Our order does not deal in pig shit.
King Stannis is my god. He raised me up and gave you a future I could never have imagined. You think a fire god commanded all that? It was Stannis.
Stannis is my king, but he's only a man.
Don't tell him that.
Does it give you joy to scare people?
No, it gives me joy to kill people. Killing's the sweetest thing there is.
You shipped off my only daughter, and now you want to send my eldest son to the battlefield to die.
He needs to be out there. The men will fight more fiercely seeing the king fighting beside them, instead of hiding behind his mother's skirts.
Stannis 2 days from the capital, and a wolf at my doorstep.
Scouts as sure as Robb Stark won't risk marching on Casterly Rock until he's at full force.
You'll risk anything at any time. We'll ride at nightfall.
Stark forces are distracted. Now is the time to strike.
My dear nephew, you do understand Stannis Baratheon sails this way?
They say Stannis never smiles. I'll give him a red smile.
If the wind holds, we'll reach King's Landing in a day.
Will it hold?
Can't make promises for the wind, your grace. Stannis knows King's Landing. He knows where the walls are strongest, and he knows which gates are weakest. Mudgate, that's where he'll land.
And if Stannis does attack the Mudgate, what do we have?
The fist of the first men. Thousands of years ago, the first men stood here.
They came here to get away from something, and I don't think it worked.
Your sword.
The Kingslayer. He escaped in the night. How?
Jaime Lannister has played you for a fool.
Sansa and Arya are captives in King's Landing. Returning him may buy life for my children.
A girl owes one more name. Give the man a name.
Jack and Hagar.
A girl gives the man his own name.
I'll unname you, if you help me and my friends escape.
A girl and her friends will walk through the gate at midnight.
Who was that out there, home up at the gates?
Must have been the farmers' boys.
Killed them, burned them, and passed them off as little lords. Got as far as the farm, then doubled back. Hoped this would be the last place they'd think to look.
My bastard is only a few days from Winterfell. Once he captures the castle...
Theon has my brothers if we storm the castle.
He wouldn't dare hurt the boys. There is only hope of escaping the north with his hand.
Send word to your son. Any Ironborn who surrender will be allowed to return safely to their homes, with the exception of Theon Greyjoy.
I expect his countrymen will turn on him the minute they hear the offer.
Lance's gonna march on the wall. When he does, one brother inside his army will be worth 1,000 fighting against him. They'll never trust me. They might. If you do what needs to be done. What?
I should have known better. Trusting a traitor's bastard!
He's not yours to kill, Crow.
I don't want to marry the Frey girl.
I don't want you to marry her.
If you enter that place, you will never leave again.
If my dragons are in the House of the Undying, then take me there.
That's what the Warlock wants. His magic is strong.
And what of my magic?
They're coming ashore. There are too many.
Rain fire on them.
The battle is over. We have won.
Stannis Baratheon suffered a stunning defeat at the hands of your father.
You are no longer a hand of the king.
Sarah, I will gladly wed your sweet sister.
He's not marrying me.
He'll let you go home. Joffrey's not the sort of boy who gives away his toys.
That's Jaime Lannister!
Those were Stark, man.
I didn't serve the Starks. I served Lady Catelyn. I told you I'd take you to King's Landing, and that's what I'm going to do. Walder Frey is a dangerous man to cross. You gave him your word.
I love her. I am hers, and she is mine.
You said you saw my victory in the flames.
I still see it. This war has just begun. You will be king.
500 Northmen wait outside the walls. You have 20 men. You can't win.
We die today, brothers! Ironborn warriors will cry out our names! What are you doing?
Let's go home.
How did you kill those guards?
If you would learn, you must come with me.
I can't.
Then we must part. Here.
What is it?
If the day comes when you must find me again, just give that coin to any men from Bravos and say these words to him. Vala Morgulis.
Vala Morgulis.
Farewell, Arya Stark.
I burned it down. They burned everything.
Not everything. Not you. But they may come back. You have to go. Pack as much food as you can carry and go north. Go to the wall, to Jon.
Let him fight!
Come along, Jon Snow. Time to meet the king beyond the wall.
Welcome home, Daenerys Stormborn.
My home is across the sea where my people are waiting for me.
We will be waiting a long time.
Dracarys.
Jon the Half-Hand. They're back! Should have lost his wildlings. Run!
Why do you want to join us, Jon Snow?
I saw Craster take his own baby boy and leave it in the woods. I saw what took it. When I told the Lord Commander, he already knew. I want to fight for the side that fights for the living.
How did you kill those guards? Show me how.
If you would learn, you must come with me.
I want to, but I need to find my brother and mother, and my sister.
You have to go. Go to the wall, to Jon. Lucia, you must protect them. You're the only one who can.
200 Northmen slaughtered like sheep.
The debt will be repaid, my friend. For them and for your sons.
They rot in the ground while their killer runs free.
Those were Stark, man.
I didn't serve the Starks. I served Lady Catelyn. I told you I'd take you to King's Landing, and that's what I'm going to do.
Joffrey tells me you stopped your carriage at Flea Bottom this morning. I paid a visit to an orphanage the High Septon told me about. Not long ago, we were attacked by a mob there. The king barely escaped with his life.
My mother's always had a penchant for drama. Facts become less and less important to her as she grows older.
You said you'd take me home.
If you were to tell just one.
Please, Lord Baelish, tell me what to do. Tell me when.
Watch out for her. Watch out for her with him.
We need to get back to the wall. We know what's out there. But we have to warn them.
This march is a distraction.
My grandfather's funeral is not a distraction.
We ride into battle at River Run.
No.
Then it's a distraction.
They're growing fast.
Not fast enough. I need an army.
We'll be an Astapor by nightfall. Some say the Unsullied are the greatest soldiers in the world.
The greatest slave soldiers in the world. Who are you?
Thoros of Myr.
Who do you fight for?
The Brotherhood without banners. The Lords of Westeros want to burn the countryside. We're trying to save it.
Your sister sent me. Yara. I'll come for you tonight when the castle sleeps.
I've been searching for you, Daenerys Stormborn, to ask your forgiveness.
I'm Barristan Selmy, King's Guard to your father. I will not fail you again.
What's wrong with him?
He's a warg. He can enter the mind of animals, see through their eyes. He's scouting for us.
Orell, where were you this time?
The Fist of the First Men.
What did you see?
Dead crows.
Get up, Carly. I forbid you to die. You're responsible for him. Make sure he gets back alive. So good to see you again, Clegane.
Girl, what in seven hells are you doing with the Stark bitch?
Get up.
Let us go. Father will pay you whatever you want.
Enough to buy me a new head?
Why are you helping him? He takes us prisoner, and now he's our friend.
You're not our prisoner, little lady. You're lucky we found you. These woods aren't safe for Ned Stark's daughter.
Ride east. Your sister's waiting for you.
Come on! Come on!
I'm waiting for word on an assignment that will take me far away from the capital. I might be able to take you with me.
Watch out for her. Watch out for her with him.
The Lord of Harrenhal will make a worthy suitor for the widow Arryn.
My lord.
You'll leave for the Eyrie as soon as possible.
I'm Jojen Reed. This is my sister, Mira. We've come a long way to find you, Brandon. And we have much farther to go.
What have we here? Frozen crows?
May you feed that pig better than you feed us.
The pig's got value to me.
Come, my lord. You're a long way from home. The winter is coming.
I want to buy them all. 8,000. Master Kasnis says you cannot afford this. I have dragons. They want the biggest one. Done. I'll take you as well. Now.
You think you're the smartest man there is. And if you get in any trouble, all you've got to do is say, my father. You're nothing without your daddy. Never forget that. Yeah, this should help you remember.
The Tyrells are a problem.
The Tyrells helped us defeat Stannis Baratheon.
You must see Highgarden.
I don't think the Queen would let me leave King's Landing.
Once I marry Joffrey, I'll be queen. And if you were to marry Loras, you must give yourself to the Lord of Light.
I have a wife.
She's shut away in a tower, and she's given you no sons, only stillborns.
I lost one son to the Kingslayer, strangled with a chain.
I grieve for your sons, my lord.
I don't want your grief, I want my vengeance. Do that again, and I'll take your other hand.
What value was the mill?
I seized an opportunity. We took hostages. Willem Lannister, Martin Lannister.
Willem and Martin Lannister are 14 years old.
I'm not your enemy.
This woman is evil!
Take him to the dungeon, lock him in a cell.
You want to assassinate a girl? Based on whose information?
Sir Jorah Mormont. He is serving as advisor to the Targaryens.
You bring us the whispers of a traitor.
Beric Dondarrion.
If you mean to murder me, then bloody well get on with it.
You'll die soon enough, but it won't be murder.
I sentence you to trial by combat.
Is it done then?
Vida Azia Zantir.
Doageris! Axiosentas, Mendiosentas, Urnelue Dolere, Frijotas!
Tassana!
Dracarys.
The raven brings to sight.
Seeing things that haven't happened yet.
Things that happened long before you were born, or things that are happening right now, thousands of miles away.
You have the sight too.
Morel says there are crows patrolling on the wall.
If I knew where on the wall we were heading, I could tell you.
You'd like to know that?
He's no crow.
We'll find out soon enough.
How long will you be gone?
I don't know.
You told me your magic requires a king's blood.
Yes.
I'm the one true king.
But there are others with your blood in their veins.
The Tyrells are plotting to marry Sansa Stark to Sir Loras. We need to find Sansa Stark a different husband.
You can't mean it.
Tyrion will do as he's bid, as will you.
What do you mean?
You'll marry Sir Loras.
I will not.
Yes, you will.
Lord Bolton, I give you the Kingslayer.
Pick him up, Locke. Cut her free. Find suitable rooms for our guests. We'll speak later.
How far is it to Deepwood Motte?
Not far, my lord. Your sister's waiting for you there. Bring back where he belongs.
Rickard Karstark, I sentence you to die. I need men to replace the Karstarks who marched home. There is only one person in this kingdom with that kind of army. The man whose daughter I was supposed to marry. Walder Frey.
I shall have your head! We have to go! Now!
Thought he killed you.
He did.
But how?
How many times
It's the Lord of Light brings you back.
How many times?
This makes 6.
Our father's instructed us to tell you that his alliance with the North can continue if his terms are met. Lord Frey requires Lord Edmure to wed one of his daughters.
It's hard to say which of the 4 of us is getting the worst of this arrangement. Probably Sansa, though Loras will certainly come to know a deep and singular misery.
Who's going to tell her?
Good afternoon, Lord Tyrion. I was just trying on a gown for King Joffrey's wedding.
Yes, it should be quite a wedding.
I will allow you to go to King's Landing as restitution for the mistakes my soldiers made. And you will swear to tell your father that I had nothing to do with your maiming.
My lady?
She won't be going with you.
Gente dziewe dzierele i drevletas, kogrondo dziewo hedre.
Bezies agiligle.
Skoroso dziewi broza.
Torco nudo.
So let's play a game. Which body part do you need the least?
How many times has the Lord brought him back?
6. He sent you to us for a reason.
You have someone he needs.
You told me I could be one of you. You told me this was a brotherhood.
You will make kings rise and fall.
The visions take their toll. He's having one now.
I saw Jon Snow.
At Castle Black?
He was on the wrong side of the wall and surrounded by enemies.
Is the wall as big as they say?
Oh, bigger.
How much longer?
A few more days. I found something at the Fist of the First Ben.
What does it do?
I'm not sure that it does anything.
You're not supposed to be here. If your father
You
knew...
said you're a traitor.
I am, child.
You must get bored down here. I brought you something to read.
My lady, I can't read the words. I wouldn't know where to start.
At the beginning, this word is Egon.
The Yunkish train bedslaves, not soldiers. We can defeat them, but they won't meet us on the field. They have strong walls.
Belmute vestreske sirponte giorina. Seponjon obuljajon mazurina.
Women in our position must make the best of our circumstances.
How do I make the best of my circumstances? I have to marry him.
I didn't ask for this marriage. I will marry Sansa Stark and do my duty by her. My feelings for you have not changed. Listen to me, my lady.
I'm not your lady. I'm your whore.
You will release every slave in Yunkai.
You are mad. We have powerful friends who would take great pleasure in destroying you. Perhaps we'll make a slave of you as well.
He said he had powerful friends. Who was he talking about?
I don't know.
Find out.
Haven't you ever wondered where your strength came from? Your blood is noble.
I'm just a bastard.
The bastard of Robert of the House Baratheon. There is power in a king's blood.
You're a liar. You lied to Gendry, he lied to me.
Now. Anguy, bring her back. Come back!
Kick all you like, Wolfgar. Won't do you no good.
You think I can't hear you every day, talking about visions and three-eyed ravens and black magic? I don't want you talking to him until we get to Castle Black.
We're not going to Castle Black. Jon Snow isn't there. Bran needs to find the Raven beyond the wall.
Oh no, I'm not going back there. I promised your maester I'd get you to Castle Black, and no further.
You won't win. You don't have the discipline. You don't know how to fight together.
You don't know that!
If you attack the wall, you'll die. All of you.
All of us.
I can't force them to meet us in the field. But Casterly Rock can't run away.
Can you do it?
There is only one person in this kingdom with that kind of army. Walder Frey.
We will do whatever we can to give Lord Frey what he needs.
Our father requires Lord Edmure to wed one of his daughters.
You were sent here to kill me.
I don't want to.
What do your captains have to say about that?
You should ask them.
Will you fight for me?
The second sons are yours, and so is Dario Naharis. My sword is yours, my life is yours, my heart is yours.
Is that the Blackwater?
Where do you think I'm taking you?
Back to King's Landing?
That's the Red Fork. I'm taking you to the twins. Your uncle's marrying one of the Frey girls. Your mother and brother will be there, and they'll pay me for you.
That raid will cost us another day.
Lord Frey will take this delay as a slight.
He's getting the wedding he wanted.
He's getting a wedding. It was a king he wanted.
It's come for the baby.
You stay back!
No! You can't have it! No! You will release every slave in Yunkai. Reject this gift, and I shall show you no mercy.
You are mad.
It was just as you said. Their slave soldiers threw down their spears and surrendered.
The bitch stays.
Taking it to King's Landing, unless you kill me. Well, you must be on your way.
I'm not killing you, just making a few alterations.
The Night Fort's closest to Castle Black. It's got a secret sally port, the Black Gate, as old as the wall itself. It leads through the wall, right down into the Night Fort.
Stop.
But your father...
I won't share your bed. Not until you want me to.
What if I never want you to?
And so my watch begins.
He's a crow. He'll stab us in the back first chance he gets.
Kill him!
Wolves are out there. You're a warg, Bran. Do it.
I'm going beyond the wall. It won't be safe for Rickon.
I'm coming with you.
You and Osher and Shaggy Dog head for the last hearth.
She's going to kill him.
Sacrifice him.
The boy's your nephew.
The usurper Robb Stark.
This is power in King's blood.
Got salt pork for the feast.
Our feast is over.
Mother.
The Lannisters send their regards.
It's too late. Why did you come to King's Landing, Prince Oberyn?
If the mountain killed my sister, your father gave the order. And the Lannisters are the only ones who pay their debts.
Dontos.
Once I was a knight, now I'm only a fool.
I'm a living fool, thanks to you. It's not a good time.
It's never a good time. You have your child bride. If you want me to leave, just say it.
You told me to come at once if there was anything important.
I'm Jojen Reed. This is my sister, Mira. We've come a long way to find you, Brandon.
You're a warg. It's in your blood.
I don't want you talking to him anymore until we get to Castle Black.
We're not going to Castle Black. Bran needs to find the Raven beyond the wall.
I thank God for bringing Melisandre to us. She gave you a son. I gave you nothing.
That's not true. I want to see my daughter.
I'm marrying my eldest son to a wicked little bitch from Highgarden. You don't really plan on staying in the King's Guard, do you?
So Jaime Lannister, a 40-year-old knight with one hand.
I use my left hand now, Your Grace. Makes for more of a contest.
Winterfell's in ruins.
What happened up there? I heard the Greyjoy boys seized the place.
I sent my bastard Ramsay to root him out.
Leave.
What is your name?
Greek.
You think I'm gonna escape? Where would I go? My family's gone. I've got no one.
You've got an aunt in the Vale, rich Aunt Lysa.
He's sitting there, drinking our wine, eating his fill while we die.
I shall have your head.
We have to go! Now!
Men said you.
Those crows at Castle Black. Nice and fat. You really ought to try crow.
Have you ever been to Marine? They say 1,000 slaves died building the Great Pyramid of Marine.
And now an army of former slaves is marching to her gates. You think the Great Masters are worried?
If they're smart, Your Grace.
Not now. Now? When?
You come back after all this time and expect everything to be the same.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you took too long.
My enemies have made my kingdom bleed. There's power in King's blood.
The usurper, Joffrey Baratheon.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's right.
Tell me my one.
He's choking!
Come with me now.
Joffrey!
You have to leave.
He poisoned my son.
Take him!
Your brother is dead. Do you know what that means?
It means I become king.
As the king, you will have to marry.
You're to stand trial for murdering the king.
I will not have you die on my behalf. Get yourself out of King's Landing before it's too late.
This is farewell.
Farewell.
saved me.
He followed my orders, and he gave you a priceless necklace. I had it made a few weeks ago.
Valyrian steel. We've wanted one of these in the family for a long time.
Keep it. A one-handed man with no family needs all the help he can get.
We were guests of the mutineers at Craster's Keep.
Carl's running things now. He's the one put a knife through Craster's mouth.
I told the wildlings we had over 1,000 men at Castle Black. Carl and the others know the truth. How long do you think they'll keep that information to themselves? We need to ride north and kill them all.
Where are Bran and Rickon Stark?
Jon Snow's at Castle Black.
You may know where they are.
He's half Stark himself. Could be a threat.
Find those boys and I'll give you 1,000 acres and a hole first.
There's one on every mile marker between here and Marine.
How many miles are there between here and Marine?
163, Your Grace.
Junkai toe trossa, sirinho inka diorsi, diary. Se sir Merin not mastan.
Make him shut up.
I'm going beyond the wall to Craster's Keep to capture the mutineers holed up there. Who will join me?
If it's a fight you're heading for, then you need men who know how.
They have my brother's wolf. They have Ghost.
We're not safe here. We need to go.
Who are you?
A Brandon Stark!
It's Jon Snow's brother. And I thought this was gonna be another boring day.
I don't need a squire. He'll slow me down.
He's not safe here. Goodbye, Bran.
Senna is my only daughter. Do you really think I'll let you sell her like a common whore?
Dawn is the safest place for her.
The Martells loathe us. She'll be a hostage.
If you were to marry Cersei, she'd murder you in your sleep. Luckily for you, she'll never marry you.
A rider in the night from your sister.
Lysa says John Arryn was murdered by the Lannisters.
If this news is true, who but you can protect the king?
The Lord of all the Vale.
We'll leave for the Eyrie as soon as possible and bring Lysa Arryn into the fold.
Did you kill Joffrey?
Do you remember that lovely necklace Dantas gave you? The stone was missing.
The poison.
That was something my new friends wanted very badly.
You don't think I'd let you marry that beast, do you? You just do what needs to be done.
Word has it I'm to be your bride. We ought to get to know one another.
But if my mother
It can be our secret. Tell me a secret.
You're accused of killing the king. I didn't do it. Which is why we're having a trial.
One of my 3 judges is my father.
Mace Tyrell will serve as the second judge, and would like you to be the third. I will also invite you to sit on the small council.
I never realized you had such respect for Dorne.
What good is power if you cannot protect the ones you love?
We can avenge them.
You really believe Tyrion murdered your son?
You're still interested in being queen, I take it. It would be a great honor, but I will have to speak to my father about it.
I'll speak to mine. You started wars to protect this family's future. What does Tyrion deserve for lighting that future on fire?
What kind of knight beats a helpless girl?
The kind who serves his king.
The next time Sir Meryn speaks, kill him. How many hands have you betrayed, Pycelle?
I am your loyal servant.
Throw him in one of the black cells.
Oh, no.
There are many who know that without you, this city faced certain defeat. The king won't give you any honors that we will not forget.
The city is yours. All these people are your subjects now. Sometimes it is better to answer injustice with mercy.
I will answer injustice with justice.
You'll find a special gift. Theon's favorite toy. He cried when I took it away from him.
I'm going to pick the fastest ship in our fleet, and I'm going to bring him home.
We need to look east for ships and men. Soldiers win wars.
We don't have any gold. I'm running out of time, Sir Davos, which means you're running out of time.
We swore an oath to return the Starkos to their mother. There's still a chance to find Sansa.
I'm getting married to your Aunt Lysa. She's waiting for us at the Eyrie. You'll be safe there.
You gave me those drops and told me to pour them into John's wine, my husband's wine.
Only speaking of it can make it real.
The deed is done.
Peter is risking his life to save you. What have you let Peter do with your body?
He loves you, Aunt Lysa. I swear it.
I fear for our daughter's soul. She is sullen and stubborn and sinful.
There's only one hell, Princess. The one we live in now.
Without the Unsullied to enforce your rule, the wise masters have retaken control of Yunkai.
I will not let those I have freed slide back into chains.
Sandor Clegane slaughtered 5 of our soldiers.
What would it take to make the common soldier try his luck with the Hound? Make it 100.
What do you want?
Come closer, and I'll shove that stick up your bunghole.
Here, the Night's Watch.
Tyrion of the House Lannister. Stand accused by the Queen Regent of regicide.
I'll take my place as your son and heir if you let Tyrion live. I'll spare your life and allow you to join the Night's Watch.
He's guilty. He and Sansa planned together.
I will not give my life for Joffrey's murder. I demand a trial by combat.
I want justice. I will begin with Sir Gregor Clegane, who killed my sister's children and then raped her before killing her too. I will be your champion.
Sir Jorah Mormont, he is serving as advisor to the Targaryens.
You bring us the whispers of a traitor.
A royal pardon. You can go home now. I'll try your summer wine. Just a taste.
You first.
I know. You kissed him.
He is mine! Look down!
I have only loved one woman. Your sister.
You're not a Bolton, you're a Snow. Gather whatever men you can and ride for Moat Caelan. Take them out for the family, and I'll reconsider your position.
I need your help to take this castle back. I need you to pretend to be someone you're not. Theon Greyjoy.
Do you remember your home?
Before Unsullied, nothing.
That's not true.
They want to draw us out. Pick us off a few at a time. We need to defend the wall. That is our job.
There's 100 men lying awake at night picturing you. You'd be safer in Molestown. Who's going to protect you at Castle Black?
You protected me not as a wall.
You have to trust me.
Do you know what it takes to unite 90 clans? I told them we were all going to die if we don't get south, because that's the truth.
We swore some vows. I want you to break them. Let's not go back. I don't ever want to leave this cave, Jon Snow. Your secret's safe with me.
What secret?
You didn't stop being a crow the day you walked into Mance Raider's tent. I'm your woman now. You're going to be loyal to your woman.
You know I didn't have a choice.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Those your parents. I'm going to eat your dead mama, and I'm going to eat your dead papa. Go tell the crows at Castle Black.
I should never have taken her away. You told us they were wildling south of the wall. If they're raiding the smaller villages, Molestown could be next.
She's dead.
And little Sam, as if I cut their throats myself. Have you ever been beyond the wall, sir?
I commanded the City Watch of King's Landing.
You must not have been very good at your job.
How dare you!
We need to prepare.
Lord Snow here recommends sealing the tunnel, leaving us unable to carry out our duties.
Have you ever seen a giant? The tunnel's gate won't stop them.
We can't defend the gate against 100,000 men.
Mance Raider is coming. If the wildlings breach the wall, they'll roll over everything and everyone for 1,000 miles.
Climb the wall. Hit them in the night. When it's time, I'm going to light the biggest fire the North has ever seen!
Trial by combat. Deciding a man's guilt or innocence in the eyes of the gods by having 2 other men hack each other to pieces.
Tyrion Lannister, you're hereby sentenced to death.
If the day comes when you must find me again, Just give that coin to any man from Bravos and say these words to him. Vala Morgulis.
Vala Morgulis.
They're dragons, Khaleesi. They can never be tamed. Not even by their mother.
Who would pass the bloody gate? Sandor Clegane, Arya Stark, niece of your Lady Lysa Arryn. Lady Arryn died.
Look for me beneath the tree.
I know where we have to go. We're looking for Sansa Stark. I pledged my life to their mother, Catelyn. I swore to her I'd bring her daughters home.
We'll take her to the Eyrie, my lady. Her aunt, Lysa Arryn. Catelyn Stark's sister.
This war of 5 kings means nothing. The true war lies to the north, my king. Death marches on the wall. Only you can stop him.
You all plan to die here tonight?
Hit us again tonight. We can hold them off for a day or two, but we'll never beat them. The Wilding army is only an army because of Mance. Without Mance, they lose their leader.
You going to kill him?
I'm gonna try.
I want you to tell me the truth about Joffrey.
He's a monster.
With the Tyrells beside us, no one will think of rebelling for another century.
Sir Dontos from House Holland.
Samarin, help Sir Dontos celebrate my name day.
It would be bad luck to kill a man on your name day.
You'll be my new fool.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Do you know what it takes to unite 90 clans?
I told them we were all going to die if we don't get south.
Let us go. My father will pay you whatever you want.
Enough to buy me a new head?
Dovageris! Axiosentas! Mentiosentas!
We need to find Sansa Stark, her husband. Tyrion will do as he's bid. He'll marry Sir Loras.
I am not some brood man.
You're my daughter! My feelings for you have not changed.
I'm not your lady. I'm your whore.
He's a crow. He'll stab us in the back. Kill him!
That's a fine little blade.
No!
Maybe I'll pick my teeth with it.
Something wrong with your leg, boy?
You gotta carry me.
Rob!
The Lannisters send their regards.
It's too late. You know I didn't have a choice.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You home.
A royal wedding is history.
He's choking! Joffrey!
Come with me now.
Joffrey!
He poisoned my son. Take him. Take him!
You're safe with me. Sailing home.
They say 1,000 slaves died building the Great Pyramid of Marine.
Debajo Shiva Derve Sumbazi. Zer Masmajo.
Your brother is dead. You know what that means?
It means I'll become king.
Yes. Now, as the king, you will have to marry.
I demand trial by combat.
Tyrion Lannister, you're hereby sentenced to death.
He came from the sky. My girl. My little girl.
Marcella is my only daughter.
Dawn is the safest place for her.
You are Arya Stark. I'll take you to safety.
That's
Welcome, Lancel.
Cersei must have great trust in you.
Get back into bed.
More wine, Your Grace.
The boar got me.
100 generations have defended this castle. She will not fall tonight. Let's kill some troll!
You're attacking us!
No, we don't have the men.
Stand down!
It is customary to kneel when surrendering to a king.
We do not kneel.
What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? I'm sorry.
Tyrion.
You're no son of mine.
I am your son.
What have you done? You have a choice, my friend. You can stay here at Illyrio's palace and drink yourself to death, or you can ride with me to Meereen, meet Daenerys Targaryen, and decide if the world is worth fighting for.
You swore to find the Stark girls.
I found Arya. She didn't want my protection.
So where are we going?
So far from here. Even Cersei Lannister can't get her hands on you.
Marcella is my only daughter. Do you really think I'll let you sell her like a common whore?
Dorne is the safest place for her.
She'll be a hostage.
She was swimming in the water gardens. You don't hurt little girls in Dorne.
My mother misses her very much.
I am the brother of Elia Martell. You raped my sister. You murdered her.
You killed her children!
Sons of the Harpy. They've never killed before.
It's only a matter of time, Your Grace.
I did not take up residence in this pyramid so I could watch the city below decline into chaos. Find the men who did this and bring them to me.
You know what Stannis wants?
He wants me to bend the knee, and he wants the free folk to fight for him.
But I'll never serve him.
If the day comes when you must find me again, just give that coin to any men from Bravos and say these words to him.
Valam Morghulis.
How do I hide this? We're going home.
Where's home?
Bravos.
What is your name?
Ramsay Snow.
From this day until your last day, you are Ramsay Bolton, son of Roose Bolton, Warden of the North.
Will we go home now?
To our new home.
I'm a bastard. Kneel before me, and you'll rise again as Jon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
The 998th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, Jon Snow.
The Maester gave you a Raven Scroll.
My marriage proposal has been accepted.
I gave my word I would give my life for yours if need be.
You should leave.
You think she's safe with Littlefinger? We'll follow them.
Cersei has offered a lordship to the man who brings her your head.
How many dwarves are there in the world?
Cersei going to kill them all.
Cousin Lancel.
They call themselves sparrows.
I found peace in the light of the Seven. You can too.
Our baby boy is set to marry that smirking whore from Highgarden.
If she doesn't marry me, you're trapped here with Cersei Lannister as your mother by law.
Perhaps. You betrayed me. You sold my secrets. I do not want you in my city. Who are you?
A man is no one, and that is who a girl must become.
Did you have to bury her in a place like this? She was my sister. This is where she belongs.
The Boltons have Winterfell.
You'll be marrying his son and heir, Ramsay. You loved your family. Avenge them.
Does your mother like it here? It's so wonderful to have her watching over you. But you'll always be her baby boy.
I want you to be happy, Mother. But wouldn't you be happier in Castle Rock?
Perhaps you might consider being a bit more discreet?
Everybody knows everything about everyone.
Where can I find the High Sparrow?
The High Septon's behavior was corrosive.
Hypocrisy is a boil. Lancing a boil is never pleasant. You shall be punished.
We must protect one another. We must
ourselves in Dawn, surrounded by people who hate our family.
Your brother was murdered.
Oberyn was slain during a trial by combat.
The Sand Snakes are with me. They will avenge their father while you sit here doing nothing.
I'm bringing our daughter home.
A one-handed man. Alone.
I never said I was going alone.
Conquerors always meet with resistance.
Sons of the Harpy. They want to put a collar back on all of our necks. All they understand is blood.
Atlantis is a large city. The likelihood of you being spotted here increases 100-fold.
I'm taking you to the Queen.
When I had refused the throne, Aerys reigned, whom they called the Mad King.
You're Aemon Targaryen.
What happened to your face? Grayscale.
Everyone advised me to send you to the ruins of Valyria to live out your short life with the Stone Men.
2 of my sisters had it. They were covered with it. They acted like animals.
Hide! Hide!
Put him in chains.
You want me alive so you can torture me?
Signs of start.
I saw her riding on the East Road with Littlefinger. We'll follow them.
May I introduce my son, Ramsay Bolton?
Ellie.
Welcome home, Lady Stark. The North remembers.
You let a half-wit escape with a cripple. And Rickon too, the little one. I told you what would happen if you served me loyally. And what would happen if you did not.
Who are you?
Your captor.
You said you were taking me to the Queen.
Queen Daenerys Targaryen.
You're the mother of dragons. Show your strength.
No one's seen Drogon in weeks. For all I know, he's flown halfway across the world.
The wise masters asked for the reopening of the fighting lanes.
Where slaves fought slaves to the death.
Opening them would show the people of Meereen that you respect their traditions. Traditions are the only things that will hold this city together.
My son Jorah fled Westeros. He brought dishonor to our house.
I need to turn this bunch of thieves and runaways into men of the Night's Watch.
And how's that going, Commander Mormont?
I shall have your head!
You're taking us through Valyria. The Doom still rules Valyria.
Stone men.
Did any of them touch you?
You?
The Eyrie is mine. The last time the Lords of the Eyrie formed an alliance with the Lords of the North, they brought down the greatest dynasty this world has ever known. Cersei sent for me.
I expect I'll be a married woman by the time you return.
I hope I can make her happy.
She's suffered enough.
I'll never hurt her.
All sinners are equal before the gods.
What would you say if I told you of a great sinner in our very midst?
May the Father judge him justly.
You think you are?
Justice.
Your brother was murdered.
While you sit here doing nothing.
The Sand Snakes are with me.
Without Doran, we have no army to march against the Lannisters.
Queen Cersei loves her children, and we have one of them.
We're rescuing my niece, bringing her back to her family. You ever been to Dawn? The Dornish are crazy.
If he gets to her before we do, we lose our only chance for revenge.
Here we serve the many-faced god. To serve well, the girl must become noble.
What do we do with them after we wash them?
Did you kill Joffrey?
That was something my new friends wanted very badly.
You don't think I'd let you marry that beast, do you?
We engaged in intimate relations. Queen Marjorie walked in on us.
There is enough evidence to bring a formal trial for Ser Loras and Queen Marjorie. Take her.
Lancel Lannister.
Brother Lancel. We abandon our family names.
Quite a family to abandon.
To forge a lasting bond with the people, I will marry the leader of an ancient family and reopen the fighting pits.
It's a slave ship.
Take me to Slaver's Bay. Put a sword in my hand. I'll prove my worth.
I want you to be my wife.
We have to go, Marcella, now.
Drop your weapons!
We're going to have a baby.
From the way she's carrying, it looks like a boy.
Maybe Lady Sansa's better off here.
Sansa's in danger even if she doesn't realize it. If you're ever in trouble, light a candle in the highest window of the broken tower.
Will you take this man?
I take this man.
We've known Sansa since she was a girl. Now watch her become a woman.
I shall take back the north from the thieves who stole it. I shall mount Roose Bolton's head on a spike.
The Queen and the Princess.
They're coming with us. We march at sunrise.
And if you go north of the wall, gather the remaining free folk wherever they are and bring them back here. I'll open the gates for them and let them through. Make peace to save your people.
You're coming with me.
The Queen is in prison and there is nothing I can do!
Tyrell's finery will be stripped away, and so it will be for all of us. What will we find when we strip away your finery?
You will order her to let me go. I am the Queen!
Does she truly want to be no one?
Yes.
The girl lies to the many-faced god. The girl is not ready.
Stannis Baratheon has an army at Castle Black. He wants the Iron Throne, and the road to King's Landing comes right through Winterfell. Will you help me defeat him?
Yes. Did you murder the Stark boy? No, my lord. It's 2 farm boys. And crisp them so no one would know.
My family still has friends in the north. Give a signal and they'll rescue me.
Reek told me you wanted to leave. Winterfell is your home, and I am your husband.
It's called Longclaw. This is Valyrian steel.
You don't mean it, do you? Telling the wildlings you want to make peace.
Make peace to save your people. Most of them are at Hardhome.
You come with me, or I don't go.
A rare find for the fighting pit. This one's a Westerosi knight.
If you do happen to triumph here, you will fight in front of the Queen.
Get him out of my sight.
I brought you a gift!
A girl will return to the docks. She will watch the gambler.
And then what?
A gift for the thin man.
Why should I spend my time listening to you?
You have no one at your side who understands the land you want to rule.
What would you have me do with him?
A ruler who kills those devoted to her is not a ruler who inspires devotion.
Remove Ser Jorah from the city.
You said whoever wins will fight at the Great Pit in front of the Queen. Let me fight for her.
The Iron Bank has called in the Crown's debt.
We must send an envoy to show these bankers our respect. Samarin will need your escort. There are only 2 like it in the world. The one I'm wearing, the one I gave to Marcella.
Let me send her to Cersei. One finger at a time.
Dawn's too dangerous for you. I've come to take you home.
I love Tristan. I'm going to marry him and we're staying right here.
This is about survival. The Night's Watch will let you through the tunnel if you swear you'll join us when the real war begins. The White Walkers don't care. We're all the same to them, meat for their army. Together, we can beat them.
We still have a hard march to Winterfell, and we won't be marching anywhere in this weather. It's better to wait for the right time than risk everything.
This is the right time, and I will risk everything. Because if I don't, we've lost.
I have shown you the power of King's blood.
We don't have Robert's bastard here.
You're more prepared for a siege than they could ever be. The snow is so deep we couldn't get an army through to engage them even if we wanted to.
I don't need an army. I need 20 good men.
King Tommen insists on his sister's return to the capital. My son will accompany you both. Their engagement must stand.
Your rebellion is over. You can swear your allegiance to me now, or you can die.
You can save him.
The process may change.
Fornication, treason, incest, the murder of King Robert. There is a way out.
Confess to the High Sparrow.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
You don't want to hurt anymore.
Is
the girl ready to give up her ears, her nose, her tongue? Loves and hates all that makes a girl who she is. Is the girl ready to become no one? Forever?
Uncle Benjen.
I'm leaving this morning. I'm the first ranger. My job is out there.
That's my Uncle Benjen's horse. Where's my uncle?
If you're ever in trouble, light a candle in the highest window of the broken tower.
Unless there's a thaw, we can't march forward. This isn't our time.
This is the right time, and I will risk everything, because if I don't, we've lost. Ride for Castle Black. Tell the Lord Commander to send food, supplies, fresh horses.
I have shown you the power of King's blood. And your blood runs through her veins.
Forgive me.
Lord of Light, show us the way!
Please! No!
What would you say if I told you of a great sinner in our very midst?
There is enough evidence to bring a formal trial for Sir Loras and Queen Marjorie. Take her.
You're his wife now. Do what he says or he'll hurt you.
He really hurts me every night. I've come to escort you back to your chamber.
Please, stop! Stop!
You are the son of fire. You are the warrior of light.
Nothing's more hateful than failing to protect the one you love.
In the name of Renly of House Baratheon, I sentence you to die.
Stone men, don't let them touch you!
Daenerys is out there in the wilderness.
Dragon headed north. If we're going to find her, that's where we'll have to go.
She would not help us on this expedition. You would help us governing a city.
Marcel, in Dawn, surrounded by people who hate our family.
I'm going to Dawn and bring our daughter home.
I wish you all the happiness in the world. I'm glad that you were my father.
Marcella? Marcella?
A girl has taken a life. The wrong life.
You're not ready.
A girl stole from the many-faced god. Now a debt is owed. The faces are for no one. You are still someone, and to someone, the faces are as good as poison.
What's happening?
A sinner comes before you. She has committed the acts of falsehood and fornication. She comes before you naked, before the eyes of gods and men, to make her walk of atonement.
May I have the honor of presenting the newest member of the King's Guard? He has sworn that he will not speak until all his grace's enemies are dead and the evil has been driven from the realm.
We've been fighting them for thousands of years. They've slaughtered villages. They've slaughtered our brothers.
Men, women, and children will die by the thousands if we do nothing.
You bring wildlings here, through our gates.
If we abandon them, you know what they become.
Open the gates.
For the watch.
surrender by nightfall, or this ends with blood.
We all die today.
We don't need to die, not if we have help. You're not the only ones who owe your lives to Jon Snow.
You're going to have a baby.
A reckoning will come. We need the North to face it. The entire North.
I have a team of men after them. They won't get far.
Lady Sansa, I would give my life for yours if need be.
Theon disobeyed my orders. The boy's a fool.
He's my brother. He's a Greyjoy.
The Karstarks are Northmen. They won't forgive the killing of their lord.
Stand and fight, blind girl. See you tomorrow.
We won't be sailing to Westeros anytime soon.
They're dragons, Khaleesi. They can never be tamed.
You're a warg, Bran. It's in your blood.
He waits for you.
You're the three-eyed raven.
Mesherikron, Khaldrogo Kibarbosi.
Khaldrogo Driva. Pascal Drivoy. Asatkachi Khalesisa and Maye.
Who wrote it?
The Sons of the Harpy? Very possibly. It could also be the Freedmen. We can't fight an enemy we don't know.
The Sons of the Harpy take orders from someone.
Send me, Gilly, and the baby to Old Town so I can become a maester. If Gilly stays here, then she'll die. The baby that she named after me will die. And I'll end up dying too.
Your Aunt Lyanna. She was already promised to Robert Baratheon.
Father never talked about her.
How many tens of thousands had to die because Rhaegar chose your aunt?
And then he kidnapped her and raped her.
Lady Walder has given birth. A boy.
You'll always be my firstborn.
When the Faith Militant seized Marjorie, they paraded Mother through the streets like a whore. What did I do? If I can't even protect my own wife or my own mother, what good am I?
We serve the many-faced God. To serve well, a girl must become no one. Who are you?
A girl has no name.
A girl is not a beggar anymore.
Fight, you cowards!
Throw them into the cells where they belong.
Do you know of any magic that could help the Lord Commander?
They have her.
Khaleesi dosh Khalil.
Bos Maria Vos. Yer yome raeshefer. Hayoran makesho. Daskoya jinon.
I've got a gift for you. Rickon Stark.
Welcome home, Lord Stark.
He won't stop hunting us.
We just have to make it to Castle Black. Once we're with John Ramsay, won't be able to touch us.
They'll keep you safer than I ever could.
You're not coming with us? Where will you go?
Home.
You fool, move aside for your king.
You're old, brother. You have had your time. Now let another rule.
The good masters of Astapor and the wise masters of Yunkai, with help from their friends in Volantis, found the Sons of the Harpy.
So we will fight them.
It's a conversation.
I
I am the Queen, and I demand to see my brother.
You have started down the path, but you have many miles to go.
Uncle Peter!
How fortunate the young Lord of the Vale has a new father to counsel him.
Young Lord Robin heeds my advice, and I have always counseled loyalty to the throne.
Well, of course we don't support the damn Lannisters.
I want to know which side you're on.
Who would you have us back?
Robin Arryn, Lord of the Vale.
I did what I thought was right, and I got murdered for it. I failed.
You go on. You fight for as long as you can.
My watch is ended.
If a girl tells me her name, I will give her eyes back. If a girl is truly no one, she has nothing to fear. Who are you?
No one.
You heard father was dead and you thought you'd claim the crown. You happened to show up on Pike right before the King's meet.
I didn't know.
Tell me what you want.
You should rule the Iron Islands.
You met with the slavers today.
Instead of abolishing slavery overnight, we will give you 7 years to end the practice. In exchange, you will cut off your support for the Sons of the Harpy.
Don't worry. It didn't touch you.
You know what happens?
I know what happens.
Vos mana vos hal. Ana voka ki yeri yeri. Vos maan have a drink.
Stark.
Who are you?
The first men called us the children, but we were born long before them.
Willis, come here.
Hodor?
Benjen always lifts his chin when he's about to charge.
And lowers it when he's going to dodge, my lady.
I saw you as a boy. You could talk. What happened?
Hodor.
I bring good news. Sansa has escaped Winterfell. I expect she's headed to Castle Black, where her brother serves as Lord Commander.
A monster has taken our home and our brother. We have to go back to Winterfell and save them both.
Gather the Knights of the Vale. The time has come to join the fray.
Loras, you need to stay strong. If either of us give in to what they want, then they win.
Let them win. Just make it stop.
We need to be careful in dealing with such a man.
The future of the Seven Kingdoms rests in his hands. Queen Marjorie will make her walk of atonement.
That will not happen.
Ana voka ki yeri yeri. Vos maan have a drink.
Look at us now, Tully. You're dead, your daughter's dead, your grandson's dead, your son spent his wedding night in a dungeon, and I'm Lord of Riverrun.
The Blackfish escaped.
An old man on the run, no allies. I have Tywin Lannister backing me. Who does he have?
The Citadel doesn't admit women.
If we're not going to Old Town, where are you taking me?
To my home.
The girl must decide if she wants to serve the many-faced god.
Who?
An actress who calls herself Lady Crane. She performs at the theater in Silver Square. A girl has been given a second chance. There will not be a third.
It was you. You made the White Walkers.
We're being slaughtered. Our sacred trees cut down.
We need to defend ourselves.
From whom?
From men.
Get Bran and run! Bran, you have to wake up! Oh no, hurry! Hold the door! Hold the door!
Hold the door! Hold the door!
will be no walk of atonement. Queen Marjorie has already atoned for her sins by bringing another into the true light of the Seven.
When you attack the faith, you attack the crown. Anyone who attacks the crown is unfit to serve as Lord Commander of the King's Guard. You have served faithfully for many years, and you will continue to do so, but not in this city.
I'm being sent to deal with the Blackfish.
Stand at the head of our army where you belong. Show our men what Lannisters are.
You let the Blackfish take Riverrun? Riverrun is ours. You'll remind him who it was that got married at the Red Wedding in the first place. His nephew, Lord Edmure. Take that castle back.
We gather today to choose a new king as our leader.
They stole our best ships.
Won't be enough to save them.
Who?
An actress who calls herself Lady Crane.
Who wants her dead?
A servant does not ask questions.
A girl has been given a second chance. There will not be a third.
Careful of that one.
Shame. The girl had many gifts. Don't let her suffer.
We can't defend the north from the Walkers and the south from the Boltons. If we want to survive, we need Winterfell, and to take Winterfell, we need more men.
The North remembers the Stark name. People will still risk everything for it.
Jon doesn't have the Stark name.
No, but I do.
The crown and the faith are the twin pillars upon which the world rests. Together, we will restore the Seven Kingdoms to glory.
Our two ancient houses face collapse because of you and your stupidity.
I need to be here for you.
It will be a trial by combat. I have the mountain.
My uncle, the Blackfish, has retaken Riverrun. The Tullys will back us against the Boltons without question.
Ride for Riverrun. My uncle will talk to you and you'll know how to talk to him.
In the name of King Tommen, I order you to surrender.
Or you'll kill Edmure. This is my home, so you can try to starve us out. We have enough provisions for 2 years. Do you have 2 years?
You promised the slavers they could keep slavery.
For a short time.
You are wrong to trust these men. They'll underestimate us every time, and we will use that to our advantage.
I will summon my most eloquent priests. They will spread the word. Daenerys has been sent to lead the people against the darkness. In this war, and in the great war still to come.
Seven save you, friends.
They don't believe in your Seven. They're from the Brotherhood.
They follow the Red God.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
What do you want to do? Fight them?
I'm done with fighting. Violence is a disease. You don't cure a disease by spreading it to more people.
Careful of that one. She wants you dead.
Shame. The girl had many gifts. Don't let her suffer.
A monster has taken our home and our brother. We have to go back to Winterfell and save them both.
As long as the Boltons hold Winterfell, the North is divided, and a divided North won't stand a chance against the Night King.
House Mormont has kept faith with House Stark for 1,000 years. We will not break faith today.
How many do you have that can march and fight? 2,000.
It's not enough. We need more men.
We fight with the army we have. We have to march on Winterfell now.
I made you something, Princess.
He's beautiful. Thank you.
You're very welcome. This is my own poor way of saying thank you. For teaching me to be a grown-up.
are my niece and nephew. Let's go murder them.
As long as we're alive, we're a threat. We're gonna sail to Marine. We're gonna make a pact with this Dragon Queen, and we're gonna take back the Iron Islands.
Since our pact with the Masters, the fragile peace has taken hold.
This city was ready to devour itself. Now it's like a man reborn.
The Masters have come for their property. Weak men will never rule Dorne again.
Riverrun is ours. You let the Blackfish take it from you. Take that castle back.
He'll never yield, Father.
You'll remind him who it was that got married at the Red Wedding in the first place.
Command all the forces within the castle to lay down their arms. Open the gates.
Your Aunt Lyanna. She was already promised to Robert Baratheon.
My father never talked about her.
How many tens of thousands had to die because Rhaegar chose your aunt?
And then he kidnapped her and raped her.
We need friends in Westeros, and we need ships.
I hope you're right about this expedition of yours.
If I don't return, you'll know I was wrong.
Our fathers were evil men. They left the world worse than they found it. We're going to leave the world better than we found it.
Your reign is over.
My reign has just begun.
You've made great progress. I only pray your grandmother follows your lead, or I fear for her safety.
Go home. Find comfort in prayer and good works. The Mother watches over us all.
After conferring with His Holiness, the High Septon, we have determined that trial by combat will be forbidden throughout the Seven Kingdoms. Cersei Lannister and Loras Tyrell will stand trial before 7 Septons as it was in the earliest days of the Faith.